Hey, what's going on, comic fans? It's Mr. Q Comics back with another haul video. Today I've got a bit of a mixed bag. I've got a handful of books I picked up from a couple of antique shops that I had not been to before. I've got a large stack of books, some great books I picked up from Casablanca Comics on the Whatnot app. And then finally, two books I picked up when I was on a little day trip with my kids, and I hit up a shop that I hadn't been to in years. It was about an hour or so away from home. So before we dive into it, guys, if you're a fan of comic hauls, please do me a favor, go down below, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and please leave me some comments on these books. Let me know what you think. So, okay, we'll start off with a couple of antique malls. The first two books I've been doing just kind of day trips on the weekend with my kids where we kind of venture out to some surrounding towns and do some stuff. And I like to mix in hitting up some antique shops or flea markets as well. So I picked up a couple of books on one of those trips. Probably this must be a month or two back now. And didn't have a ton of luck. Found one vendor in one room with this vendor who had, collectible stuff, had a few books, nothing too crazy. Start off with, we've got Thor 459. This one, remember, got super hot with that set leak photo of Chris Hemsworth in his, the vintage leather vest there. This is Eric Masterson becomes Thunderstrike. Back then it, it spiked up to like a $30 book, I think. I think it's still like a $10, $15 book maybe, but this guy had in his back issue bins for a couple of bucks, so I thought it was worth it to grab. And then he had a case with, it's an antique shop, so most of the stuff is, crazy price. I think he had a DC Comics Presents 47 that was like, $500 for a mid-grade book, something like that, which I obviously wasn't buying. So I turned around, though, and he had this book just kind of thumbtacked to the wall randomly. I had never seen this title. It's probably one of my favorite buys of the haul. Very cool book. Land of the Lost Comics number 2. So this is, again, I never seen this. It's from EC Comics. It's one of those cartoony books. I did a little bit of research. This is EC Comics from 1946. The cover and interiors is done by Olive Bailey, who, a female artist of the time, which I thought was really cool. I can't imagine there were too many female artists in the 40s. Maybe some of you Golden Age aficionados will know more about this, but the credits for her that I could find were only on this series or ads for the series or reprints. So I think it was only 9 issues. And I think she did all the covers and interiors for all of them. So very cool stuff. It's in pretty decent shape, probably like a high VG, low fine. It's got a little bit of a piece missing here, but really solid. He had this, I think it was $100, but he did 20% off with cash. So to me, that was a no-brainer. So super happy to find that. Very cool book. I have never seen that series before. Okay, new antique shop, different one. I was traveling for work again, driving home and found a new shop. Again, I got there like right at the end, so I had to scurry. I found a couple of books at one vendor. This is a cool cover, Mighty Avengers number 13. So this is the first team appearance of the Secret Warriors. This was like $3. Probably a VF range. Again, one of those books that's, on all the spec lists up and down. So again, for a few bucks, I think those are worthwhile to grab. Again, if I can find them for a few bucks, I'm not going to spend $20 on books like that. Amazing Spider-Man 692, the first appearance of Alpha, a character I know nothing about. Again, this was like $2, probably VF range. The books were not well taken care of. The highlight, the one big book I was able to find scurrying around in the last 30 minutes the shop was open. Decent copy of Annihilation Conquest number 6. This is the first appearance of the new Guardians of the Galaxy. Again, probably VF range, but this was $3. So I think I found one of these years ago for a few bucks and sold it off. So happy to find another copy of that. So that's it for the antique malls. The rest of the stuff is all Whatnot sale pickups, and I talked about this in one of my previous videos. This is from one of my shops I frequent a lot, Casablanca Comics. I'll put their link in the description. I think as of today when I'm shooting this, they're just doing one weekly sale on Wednesdays, continuing to put up some great books, slabs, Silver Age, sets, a lot of variety. A lot of buy it nows for some big keys. So if you guys are in the market for books like Silver Surfer 1, he's been putting those up in the buy it now section, and he's pretty reasonable, I think, with his pricing. So you should definitely check him out. And I'll show you these books I grabbed here. I think I was on a road trip with a coworker. Long day, like a 16-hour day. We were driving back from New York or something. So I was doing our Whatnot sale on the phone while he was driving. And I picked up a set of ASM. We got 114. I don't remember if any of these are keys, but these are all pretty solid. This one's like a VF. And I think I had all of these, but these look just to be better shape. Or maybe I was missing one or two. 115. Just some cool Bronze Age Ramita stuff. 116. And 117. I can't remember which ones I had already had. But anyways, as usual, I'll buy these things and then swap out my PC copies. So, all right, now on to the big books. I mean, with their Whatnot sales, I'm just typically getting mostly keys. Occasionally, you know, cover buys, things like that. But this is just a stack. It's just Silver Age goodness. A lot of low-grade stuff for the Whatnot auctions. He usually puts up the lower-grade stuff that he doesn't want to... it's not worth sending to CGC in most cases. So great opportunity to pick up key books at affordable prices. It's a low-grade copy of Silver Surfer #3. First appearance of Mephisto. Of course, speculation he's going to be in everything. Whatever the next show is, he's going to be in it. So, you know, here we go. This is probably good range. It's got some splitting on the spine. It's a big tear. Definitely in the good range. I think I won this for like under 150 bucks, $148, which is pretty decent price, I think. It's got some writing on the top there, but all right, this will kind of date this haul. So this is my FOMO buy for the haul. I picked up a copy of the Something is Killing the Children ash can, whatever, the one per store ash can. So I got this, I think it was the day it came out, and he did an auction. It's obviously brand new. I won it for $75, which the day it came out, I think they were going for like $150. Maybe this was the week after, but they were like easily double the price what I won it for. So I totally got, you know, excited, bidding on it, seeing how low it was going. I just checked this before I started this video, and these are selling for like 80, maybe $100 on eBay, and of course they're all over the place. So that's definitely a FOMO buy. Getting caught up in the heat of the moment happens to all of us, but you could just see these flavors of the week, man. They blow up, and then for the most part, they drop off a cliff. So still a cool book, you know. We'll see. I don't know if there's a show, Netflix series. This series has been absolutely nuclear for so long. So we'll see if anything ever happens to it. I will hold on to it. I definitely read a good chunk of that series, and I missed an issue and stopped reading it, and I have to get back to reading it because I have like the first 25 issues, but I think I got to issue 8 and then missed an issue that shot up to like $25 and never got it. It took me a while to find a copy. So anyways, back to the books. We got another Silver Age key that I was missing. Happy to find this. This is Avengers #9. Again, it's low grade beat up, good range, but complete. What did I win this for? $72 I won it for. This is probably like a Saturday afternoon auction when they were doing those. So first appearance of and death of Wonder Man. So that was an Avengers book I was missing. Happy to find that for under $100 in today's market. Another copy. I think I showed this off. I think I won one of these, one of his first auctions. X-Men #7, the second appearance of the Blob, and first Cerebro. Again, similar condition. Good range, and I picked this one up for, this one was a little more, it's like about $125 I won this for. This one was very happy to get. This is an interesting one. It's got pen mark on the cover, but it's a big book, very expensive nowadays. It's Journey into Mystery #103. It's odd. I mean, this is scribbled all over. You can see it with ballpoint pen. But from a distance, somehow it doesn't actually look that bad. So I was happy to pick that up. Again, low-grade copy in the good range, but it's the first appearance of Enchantress, first appearance of Scourge, the Executioner, and I think I won this for $162, which I thought was a pretty good entry-level point for this big Silver Age key. So super happy to find that. I've tried to pick up this book a couple times, and it is very expensive. This one I know I won. He was doing these like pre Saturday auctions. He'd do like Friday 5 at 5. He'd just do 5 little books for, a short window. I was able to snag this low grade copy again. Amazing Spider-Man 194. Again, good range. First Black Cat, very cool Al Milgrom cover. This one I think I won for like $73. But again, any of these spec books, you're getting them cheap like that. I think they are worth it. I had a copy of this. This is like the best book I had from my childhood collection. I found this somewhere. Back then it wasn't worth much, but in the condition I had it in. But happy to get another copy of that. Very cool Milgram cover. It's beautiful in high grade when you get those blacks. Just nice black background. It's solid. All right, I've shown off some of these I won from them, so happy to get this. This book has, again, dropped off a cliff, but Walking Dead number 27. This is the first appearance of the Governor. I think on the first haul I had with them on Whatnot, I got a bunch of early Walking Dead issues in high grade, really cheap. So, it's a series I like. I've always wanted to collect. I have not wanted to pay the prices. I think most of these books have really gone way down in value with the exception of 1 in 19. So, always dug this cover. Super happy to get this. This is not in the best of shape. It's probably very fine, maybe pushing very fine near mint. And I think I won this for like $55, which I thought was pretty reasonable. When I first got back into collecting, I'd see this book on the wall, in high grade for 100 plus, 150. That was at the time that, Governor was on the show and people were watching the show. So just again, goes to show you patience. These books are out there. I know there's a lower print run on The Walking Dead, but you can find them for cheap. You don't have to pay up big bucks for all these books. This was an X-Men book I was missing. I had picked up when I first got back into the hobby in 2015, bought a guy's collection of like 600 X-Men books and got like a huge chunk of the Bronze Age run, but it did not have this. Uncanny X-Men 103, really nice copy, beautiful Dave Cockrum cover. So I think this is the first time Wolverine's called Logan. Really good shape, probably very fine range. I did pay up for this one a bit. It was like $39, but I was happy to pay that for a high grade copy of an X-Men book I was missing. Very cool stuff. Got another copy of this. I think I've got one of these. Iron Man and Submariner. So this is a very cool Gene Colan cover. So this bridges the gap from the Tales of Suspense and Tales to Astonish stories into Iron Man and Submariner number 1. A book that, again, like so many things, it used to be cheap, got really hot with, I think, the Submariner spec. Definitely one of my favorite Gene Colan covers. Really cool stuff. What did I get this for? This, again, good, very good, but I got this for $86, which, I thought was a decent price. Not all of them are steals, but I think that was probably on par with what this goes for right now. Probably a good deal. All right, last few books. I got 2 more books from the Whatnot sale. This one I've been trying to pick up. I've got a few of these now. We got Thor 134. First appearance of the High Evolutionary. A few other characters. This book is definitely gotten hot. I believe it's confirmed. I'm pretty positive it's confirmed for Guardians Volume 3, along with Warlock. So this is definitely a book I had been on the lookout for the past few years, and I think I've got 4 or 5 copies. This is probably in the best condition of all the ones I have, and this one was a good price, especially where it's at today. I think I got this for $139, and it's probably a nice mid-grade, low fine 5.5, maybe 6.0. So very happy to pick that up. And then he does some great giveaways. He has had a ton of Star Wars books, and he did a giveaway for Star Wars number 1 on one of his shows if he hit 100 viewers, and they got to it. And I was posting on my Instagram that they were doing the giveaway, and then I never win these things, but amazingly, I actually won their Star Wars number 1 giveaway, a nice copy, probably VF range, and I had just bought one from him a few weeks before in a 9.0 on one of his other auctions, so super happy to win that. Really wasn't expecting it. I never win anything like that, never win these giveaways, and then in a room full of 100 plus people, I managed to win the Star Wars number 1. So pretty awesome stuff. These books, of course, have gone through the roof, as everyone knows. Everything Star Wars is just insanely expensive. So I don't even know how many copies of Star Wars 1 I have now. It's amazing. I think in 2015, this is one of the books when I got back into the hobby, I went after one of the first books I wanted to get in my collection. I think the first copy I got, I paid $30 for on eBay. And I think that was like, oh, I was hemming and hawing about paying $30. And these books are, you know, you're probably going to spend a VF copy like this raw $200, $300 in most shops, if not more. Just crazy. It's crazy how prices have exploded. But super happy to get that. Big shout out to Casablanca Comics. Thank you so much for that. Can't thank you guys enough. And last two books, okay, I ventured out again with the kids. We were driving around, checking out some places to eat, doing some shopping. And I hit up this one shop and was able to make a deal with the owner. It's a unique comic shop. I think it's Krypton Comics in New Hampshire. And he's got a lot of books. He's got some keys, and he's got a lot of toys and other stuff. And I think, you know, his partner does like the toy aspect, and he does the comics. So I was able to make a deal for a couple of books in cash. First, we've got Journey into Mystery number 114. First appearance of the Absorbing Man. This is, again, low grade, probably in the good range, but the book I really wanted, Submariner Number One. This is, again, a little bit better shape. It's got some writing, I think, on the front cover, not the front, the first page, maybe the back page as well. I can't remember. But this is the first Namor solo series in the Silver Age, in the origin of Namor. So I was able to get both of these together for $300 cash, which I thought was a pretty solid price. Obviously expensive. I got another copy of the Submariner book that I got way cheaper when I first got back into collecting again, and I just think it's a worthwhile book. I think once he hits the MCU, this book is just gonna, again, massive spike. You know, you get a big key. It's so tough for people to get their hands on Golden Age Submariner. So this is, you know, this is the next best bet. You know, if you can get those timely comics, fantastic. They're phenomenal. I personally don't own any, but this is just a huge Silver Age Marvel book. So super happy to get a second copy of that. So that is it for the haul, guys. Again, if you're a fan of these types of videos, please go down below, hit like, hit subscribe, and leave me some comments. See you guys soon.